So we're here at Agile 2008 in Toronto, and I'm here with Jim Bell, Vice President of Marketing for Electric Cloud. How's it going, Jim?
I'm doing well. How are you, Patrick?
Pretty good. Is the show working out okay for you so far?
Yeah. We're still early on in the show, but we had a lot of good folks come by, and certainly a lot of buzz at the show, so it's been good.
A lot of people, I think, is a big turnout this year, even better than last year. And I think that kind of just is, example of the rate of Agile adoption. I think the pace has really kicked up, and how do you see it, the pace of Agile adoption over the last couple of years amongst your customers and prospects? Are you seeing a steady increase?
Yeah, we definitely are seeing a steady increase, and in fact, it's interesting. We kind of poll our customers and our users every time we do a webinar, oftentimes with guys like yourself, and we see that that is growing significantly. More and more folks are moving in from the category of, hey, we're not really considering it yet, to kind of active planning and beginning to roll out, and those percentages keep increasing over time. So yeah, we definitely see it. It has increased and will continue to increase, at least as far as we can see.
Sure. Yeah, how do you see? I know a lot of your customers tend to be in the enterprise range. You see a substantial amount of adoption amongst your enterprise customers?
Yeah. Oftentimes the big enterprises are a little bit slower to move on it, but
Sure.
we do find pockets of it. And what we're really seeing is kind of the different departments and different groups coming together into a more centralized environment and rolling out Agile. So people moving from continuous integration tools, because we're on the technology side of it, like a Cruise Control or a Hudson, to a point where they've got these things spread out in different Agile groups around the company, and now they want to consolidate it up and move it into an area where they can save on hardware costs, software costs, the resources that are playing in that, gather up metrics so they can kind of see across their organization.
How do you see management playing a role in that adoption process? Are they helping the process and pulling people up? Or?
Yeah, we've got some great customers who are really driving that adoption through enabling the technology so that the development teams can focus on project management, on development, and not on the underlying technology. And so what they're doing is consolidating those resources, that hardware, software, the people who run it, into kind of a center of excellence or a shared service that the development teams can use. So now they go from each development team having his own expert that writes the scripts and manages the build system, to this service where the developers just kind of push a button and it runs from there. So that's really helping.
How do you think the tool vendors can really help out in that process too? I mean, some of the tool vendors and consulting companies, I think they can probably push a little bit more, maybe move a little bit more agilely as well.
Yeah. I think we spend a fair amount of on the marketing side, give some of our money just kind of help espousing the benefits of Agile.
Sure.
And in terms of the tools, I mean, for us and where we live, the real focus is on builds that are automated, so it doesn't require any manual intervention. They're reliable, so they run right every time, and they're fast enough to be able to create Agile cycles where you have frequent iterations. And so, from our perspective, that's really our focus, is helping get the technology part out of the way so they can focus on developer practices, on project management.
Right. Well, how do you guys address Agile in your own organization, in your development shop?
Yeah, we're an Agile shop ourselves, so we are very heavily test-driven in terms of developing our products. And then we eat our own dog food, so we use our Accelerator product to speed up the build so we can do rapid iterations. We use our Commander product to automate the process from the compile through unit testing and all the tools that we run across our code. So our guys turn cycles very quickly in kind of that Agile environment.
Okay, well, so what do you guys got new coming up? Any new announcements here at the show? Or?
We're on the verge of kind of the next release of our Commander product, so I can't say too much about it, but one of the big focuses on something we're seeing, it's really going beyond continuous integration to what we call pre-flight builds. And the concept of a pre-flight build and test is that rather than you check in your code, it gets continuously integrated, and then when it breaks, everybody waits for it to get fixed. The concept of pre-flight is that you run that process across platforms in a production-style environment before you actually check in. So our product kind of sits in front of it, make sure everything runs correctly, and then if it does, it checks it in automatically. If not, it kicks it back to the developer, but the next developer's code goes right through into that process. So it's a really nice job of kind of finding out problems before you're up in the air. So hit them in the pre-flight stage before you have to make an emergency landing or turn around.
Right. So where can somebody go to find out more?
Sure. The best place is electriccloud.com, electric-cloud.com.
All right.
Find out all about it.
Great. Well, thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Patrick.